What's up, everybody? It's Agorist Millionaire. I just wanted to get you guys a little bit of a market update. It has been one crazy day here in the crypto markets. We just had Consensus 2017. It's actually still going on right now as we speak. Huge blockchain conference. Lot of stuff's happening, and I figured that it would be a good thing for y'all if I went ahead and made a nice video since it's been a while and I've been a little bit lazy about it. I've been posting on my page and stuff on Facebook, but I've left my YouTube a little bit unattended. So, with that being said, let's take a look at some stuff that I'm really excited about here. So, what you have in front of you is the weekly, actually daily chart for Dash, which I have on Pelton-Cox. Oh, and by the way, if you're still trading on Pelton-Cox, stop doing that. Because, I mean, yeah, they've got the volume, but I'm worried one of these days that site is going to get beaten. Because they get attacked like every freaking day, it seems like. And the lag is just ridiculous. People be getting liquidated on their positions. And it's just not a fun little place to be. So I've been trading on Whale Club, which is unfortunately they have limited number of crypto pairs to trade. But what's nice about it is it's not actually an exchange. It's you basically deposit. You can deposit Bitcoin or Dash onto their site and use that Bitcoin and Dash to make leveraged margin trades against crypto pairs. They even allow you to do forex, commodities, and some stocks if you're into that. But I think that's waste of time and money, in my opinion. But yeah, I could be missing out. Who knows? But anyways, let's get down to business here. This chart on Dash is looking really really nice. So what I've got here is an Elliott wave drawn for the major cycle beginning in March of 2014 and going all the way up until present day. So if we take a look at this little area here, whoop, yeah, that was a really ugly drawing, but that's our first little bump, and that's what we could refer to as the number one. And if we take a little measurement tool here, whoops, not that one. We take our measurement tool here, we'll see that the first wave was approximately 4,200, 4,300%. Now, what we'll be looking for, or what happened with the third wave here. Oh, I'm wrong. Third wave can never be, well, I guess the first wave could be shorter. It could be longer than the third, but generally the third wave is the longest. Thing is, the third wave can't be the shortest according to the Elliott wave theory. So possibly this is not a correct chart, but I'm going with it because this move here, this would really be the telltale sign. What do we say here? I already forgot. Goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. There we go. We've got a just shy of 4,000% move, about 3,500. And so what we'd be looking for here is, it should be less than 3,500. Oh yeah, much less. In fact, I dare say that thing is probably going to hit the second or the 2.16. Let me go ahead and turn that one on. And let's go ahead and do the 2.618 here. And I'll put the 3 and the 4 on just for kicks. Just for shits and giggles. But yeah. So if we were to hit our 2.618, that would give us an 800% move. Probably not even close to what it would do. So let me, and where I'm getting this from is generally AB, here, listen, AB equals CD. So here's AB. That's this first move here. As we showed before, we're looking at, goodness gracious, I gotta zoom in on this thing a little bit. I cannot get a good thing here. Whoops. There we go. Close that. Let's take a measurement again, just to get so we can get a little bit more accurate. Below on this candle, we look there. Kind of see if I can find the low. 0.03 is where we're looking for, so I'll put it right there on 0.03. And move up to here. Okay, 3,900%, almost 4,000%. And what was this first move? Because remember, AB equals CD. This should be right around that same number. Did I freaking measure it wrong or what? Or is it really just that big? Yeah. Gosh, I can't seem to get a good measurement on that without zooming in more. What I'm trying to get to, guys, is Dash is poised for a major move up here. My first target zone is going to be here at the 1.618, where I would take, probably 30% profit, maybe 50% profit. But what we're looking for is 0.199. So I'm saying it now, Dash is going to 0.199. And it's probably going to go even as far as 0.32. And, 0.32, God only knows what Bitcoin's going to be worth, when this big move here completes. I mean, if we were to look at a Bitcoin chart, here's on Bitfinex. And I believe I also have a weekly chart for this too. You're gonna load. Oh, my internet is terrible. Need that Google Fiber. I don't want that one. I had a good one. Here. Gosh, look at this freaking move, man. It's just stupid. Like, if you're not doing this, like I'll sit here and post my stuff on Facebook like every single day. Like if you guys have me on Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've probably noticed that I post like 8,000 times a day about the awesome shit that's happening. It's because I'm so excited about it. But if we were to draw ourselves a nice little Elliott wave pattern from the start, oh my gosh, when Bitcoin was 1 cent. Oh, I wish. If only. Up there to the high, back down here to the low. Here's our 3, which is not done yet, but even if it was done yet. See, Bitcoin is currently got a floor. I was looking at it right around 1750, but I don't see it breaking 1900. So I'm going to leave it there, and then we're going to zoom this thing up. I'm just going to leave that there so I can draw a fib retracement here so we can get some targets. Boom. Okay. Target number 1, the 1.618. Let me zoom in just to make sure I've got this thing really on the low there, because this is, I'm about to make some pretty big predictions here. Okay, there, right there on the low at $100. And then, yeah, about 22, it's about 22.20 is the ATH right now in Bitfinex. But we'll go with it. I ain't gonna mess with it. So what we're looking at is the 1.382 is $3,000. You got 3,500 there, 4,300 there, 5,600 there. So assuming that this thing is going to hit at least a few of these these extensions, I mean it's hard to say exactly how far it'll go because Bitcoin has so much power behind it right now. I mean the demand is huge. It's like, you know, for a second there I was a little concerned about Bitcoin. Like, the unconfirmed transactions at one point were like 222,000 and growing. People were waiting, you know, uh, hours, days to get their Bitcoin deposits through. The fees have gone up. To get the recommended fees to get your transaction through quickly have skyrocketed. I've seen them like $10, $15. I'm sure it's higher. I don't really follow it too well, but the point I'm trying to make is I was a little worried about Bitcoin for a while. I've been a Bitcoin maximalist. I for quite a while. I do believe that the team behind Bitcoin, the developers, despite the squabble, despite all the debate, I do believe that they know what they're doing, and furthermore, they will get a solution that works for everybody. And it's been quite an argument, but watching what happened on Consensus today, they were talking about it, and it's looking like very well BIP 148 is going to go through where we'll activate SegWit. We're going to increase the block size to 2 MB, which will greatly reduce the I guess you could say the time and the fees that it takes to get Bitcoin through. But if we do go up here to $3,500, we can go back to Dash here and say that and I mean I could do this on a USD chart, it'd probably be a little bit easier, but if we were to hit something like this 2.618 here, or even just the 1.6, let's just do the 1.6. Point 0.2. If Bitcoin is $3,500 and at point 0.2, or we'll just leave it there, point 0.2. We're talking about $700 for a dash, one dash. It's currently what, like $100, maybe a little over $100 last time I checked. That's a 7 times move. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's happening in these markets, and this is why I spend I literally I work maybe 50 hours a week part time doing sales to help pay my bills. I spend 60, 70, 80 hours a week sitting here looking at charts and trading and trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I possibly can, because as I said, I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. They're going to figure it out, and Bitcoin is going to hit the targets that some people are projecting: 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. I mean, God only knows. 100,000, a million. How much is a Bitcoin going to be worth in 2020? There's a split that happens in 2020. There's decreasing supply. It's a deflationary model, and so less Bitcoin's available, and you put that with the number of people that are getting into Bitcoin. I mean, what we're talking about is growth like we've never seen. I mean, this little Elliott wave that I drew here for Bitcoin, right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This one. This is probably here. I want you to understand the way I look at this. This move, this huge move from 1 cent to where it's headed at 3,500, 4,000, God only knows. I won't claim to be able to predict it. Anybody who tells you they can is probably wrong. There's people trying to call tops on Bitcoin. I tried to call the top on Bitcoin for like 2 weeks straight. I'm like, oh, there's the top, gonna correct. Nope. There's the top, gonna correct down to 1,300. Nope. There's the top, gonna correct to 1,700. Nope. It's just not happened. There's been no stopping this bull. And I mean, eventually it's got to slow down, but to say when that's going to happen, I mean, it's anybody's guess. But what I'm trying to get to is this move right here. What I want to do is let's go ahead and get the zoom on, and then we're going to move over to the start of this wave. And so the thing about these is they act in fractals. Everything if you want to do a little bit more research into it, it gets real fucking crazy. Like, I don't claim to know a whole lot about it, but when you really look into the way these Elliott waves behave, the way that that this works with the Fibonacci retracements, uh, the Fibonacci sequence is embedded in not just these markets but all of life. It is It's almost like a fundamental rule. You could say, you could say a deity, a god, created this magic number. It's called the golden ratio. The Greeks used it in their architecture. Um, it's been around for a long time, and it exists in the shapes of our ears, the way our face, the symmetries of our face, symmetry of our faces. It exists in nature, the way flowers bud. It's everywhere, literally everywhere, and it exists in the markets, and we can use it to reliably predict what a market is going to do. So if we the thing about it is the way it works is it acts as a fractal. So if we were to zoom in, take this from a weekly chart to a daily chart, zoom out so we can get a full view. Here's the top of number one. Oh man, go. So take a look here. We've got the same thing. If you were to zoom back out onto the weekly, you've got this big move up, big move down, then huge parabolic move up. This is the daily. Now we're going to zoom in. Yeah, be patient with me, guys. Look at that. Same thing. And we don't have all the data here, but if there was more data, you would see that we've got little, big move up, retraces back down almost to the bottom, and then boom, parabolic. It's the same thing. It's a fractal. No matter how many times you zoom in, no matter what time frame you look at it, they all follow this pattern. So, with that being said, if you look at this like this is the weekly chart because it's models exactly the same. If this was the weekly chart of the entire Bitcoin move and not just from April of 2013 to December of 2013, if we were not just looking at this and we were instead looking at the weekly chart, what you would have to assume is that Bitcoin is going to have a retracement at some point, and we don't know when. And anybody, like I said, anybody who tries to tell you when it's happening probably doesn't know because it's really hard to predict. But what will eventually happen is it'll retrace, it'll find support, and then it's going to go parabolic. So if that happens when we zoom into this little area here on the first wave, we can also say that this is just, it's one big first wave. This is one big first wave. Let that sink in. What would that mean for Bitcoin's price? If we were to assume that this is going to, see, let me draw it for you just so you can kind of comprehend this. I'm going to put it back on the weekly just so we can see this whole thing a little bit better. Yeah, but as I was saying, the exact same thing, literally. It has the exact same shape. So if we were to say that instead, this is just one big one, this is our first move up, we would get a retracement back down. I mean, see, what I think is really happening is, remember, they act as fractals, so if it goes up to here, this would be the end of our wave one. We get a retracement back down, just ignore the numbers because I have no idea. But then we'd have a 3, and 3 is huge always. So we'd get a 3, a parabolic move up above 10,000. We'd get a little retracement 4, and then, you see what I'm talking about? Like, we've just started. We've just started. Like, it's not too late, guys. This is the biggest opportunity of your lifetime. And if you're not involved in this yet, you need to be right now. Right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. I don't care if you got $10 to your name. I don't care. Take whatever you can afford. If it's a fucking dollar, $10, $20. I mean, if you can afford to put a grand in there, do it. If you can afford to put 10 grand in there, do it. If you're like, I'm gonna say something that's a little bit controversial here. If you're invested in stocks, if you're invested in forex, if you're invested in real estate, well, real estate's kind of hard. I mean, cash flow is cash flow, but if you are holding traditional assets that are going to earn you maybe 10% this year, sell it and get into cryptocurrencies because 10% in 1 year, that's what you're hoping for? Why would you do that? Look at what's happening. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how the market hasn't crashed yet. I don't understand how investors cannot see this happening and not realize the potential behind it. Um, Gosh, I'm just sitting here rambling. But let's just say, uh, get put your fucking money in the goddamn markets already. Um, Here we go. Ripple's looking real sexy, dude. These moves that Ripple's made. I mean, you wanna measure this bad boy? It's stupid. From here at the bottom, all the way up here to the all-time high. Look at that, dude. 7,000%. What if we got another 7,000% move? AB equals CD. This is AB. This move that I just measured, that's AB. Well, A to B, and B is going to go down to here to make a C point, which it pretty much has, in my opinion. Then we're going to get AB equals CD. So here's one. Let me go ahead and draw it for you. This is on a weekly chart, so each one of these candlesticks represents 1 week. Let's do this, and then we're going to clone it, and then we're going to put it down at the last low. Boom, 0.00346. Let's measure that move. Well, it's going to be the same distance, but I guess not exactly. We got. Is this a freaking log chart? Is that what I'm freaking? Oh, ha, Logarithmic. Gotta have that on. Okay. Now let me do this again. That's why that other chart wasn't making any sense. I was showing y'all the dash chart, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Okay. Yeah. So what we're looking at here, I guess it's going to be the same thing, but we're looking for another move up here with the with Ripple into the 37,000 Satoshi level, 38,000 Satoshi level. What is it now? 10,000. I mean, that's a 4 times move. I mean, 4 times your money, and this is going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And I mean, I'm sitting here being a fortune teller here. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm telling you, this is what the chart says. Um, the charts are, when you learn how to read these things right, you can rely on them. They will make you money. Maybe lose 1 in 10 times, 2 in 10 times if you really follow your strategy. If you don't trade emotionally, you don't buy into the fear of missing out, the buy into the FOMO and the FUD, fear of missing out, and the fear, uncertainty, and the doubt. That's what they call it. If you don't trade on emotion and you just really set your stops under support, set your targets where they're going to go, where the extension levels are for the Fibonacci sequences, what you'll find is that they follow almost the exact same. They follow it almost to a T, And look at that. I've got that a little bit high, so I mean, 35, 35,000 satoshis is certainly reasonable. Could probably go with see, the thing about it is when you get a wave like that, the FOMO kicks in, dude. The traders are like, "Oh crap, I've got to get in this. It's going to the moon." And everyone's like, "Buy, buy, 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 buy." But then once it starts getting to the top, all the big money, the smart money, they're sitting there waiting with their sell orders, with their 3,000% sell orders. And they're like, "Yeah, I'll sell you this for 35,000 satoshis because it's going to drop back down to 15,000, 20,000." Like that's how these markets work. And when you understand, it is predictable. And when it's predictable, You can make a lot of money. So Ripple, 35,000 in the next week or two. That's what I'm saying. Litecoin, oh man, Litecoin's looking awesome. Just absolutely awesome. I'm gonna show you daily. Dude, I'm gonna murder my internet. When I get back down to Austin, I'm getting a condo up in probably the Austonian. That's what I'm looking for. If you guys don't know what the Austonian is, I highly recommend a little Google search. Luxury condo, largest skyscraper in downtown Austin, right there at 2nd and Congress. Man, that's where I want to be. But let's take a look at Litecoin here. We've just got a retracement back down, and it's found support. And it's tested that support. It broke out of its downtrend, and I believe we've started the next uptrend. So where's it going? Well, just take a look at the fib extensions. I mean, that's what we look at, and I mean, you could even take this all the way down to here. This is a little bit of a longer term trade, but we're looking, 0.33 there, 41 if it hits 2, could even go higher. These opportunities are everywhere, guys, everywhere, and all you got to do is study, man. Just study how technical analysis works. It's really not that difficult, I'm telling you. Especially those of y'all that are financially savvy, those of y'all who, the math kids. You guys, you know who I'm talking to. Um, you are you are uniquely talented to do well in this market and do well in this kind of business, this kind of industry. Trading is extremely profitable for people who are good at it. And I mean, I thought about going to school for a degree in mathematics. The only reason I didn't do it is because I didn't look at teaching as a lucrative profession. I wish I had gotten a degree in mathematics, not so I could become a teacher, but so that I could, work a little bit more deeper analysis on these numbers because it's just charts, man. It's just data, and when you chart it all together, you can analyze it just like you can do math problems in high school, man. It's the same thing. Like so, I'm not going to keep rambling, guys. I do appreciate you watching, but um, Bitcoin's on a tear right now. As you can see here, 22.15, 22.04 on Bitfinex. Oh, Bitstamps over Bitfinex? Dang, that's like the first time ever, or no, for a long time. But um, well, all I'm saying, guys, is get on it, make some money. You can get free. You can be free. Free from everything, dude. Free from a job. Uh, shoot, you could be free from the government. You could buy your own private island. This is not just me blowing smoke up your ass, dude. Like, it's real. Like, I've never believed in anything more than what I believe in this. So, with all that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching. I don't know if I've got anybody actually live right now. Be nice to say hi to you guys if we are, but um, how do I pull up? There we go. Live stream. Probably gonna be all loopy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna study YouTube a little bit more, but thanks guys. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, this is pretty cool. You got Heisenberg here. And there's Jesse. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys.